schools. For the most part, what we hope that they gain from that sort of thing is an inroad to maybe a future career. And what I mean by that is the music education majors who are involved in that process. It gives them a good feeling and a good work experience, so to speak, to get out there and work with those students and see what it's going to be like from the other side of the coin. You know, they've spent anywhere from 5 to 7 years being the student in those situations. And once you get out of that student relationship or that student role and get on the other side where you're the teaching role, it gives you a good insight as to what the future might bring.
I don't know if we'd be able to do the kind of marching that we're doing now without the added help. We go and compete in different areas of the country, and you'll go compete against bands that have 5 and 6 full-time band directors that are with the band daily. And we don't have that luxury here in Las Cruces financially. And so as a director, I go out to New Mexico State and find young music students who want to become band directors, who need the experience and can gain from working with our kids here at Mayfield.
I went to school here in Las Cruces, and I graduated from Mayfield High School, and then with my experience I've gotten in the Pride and stuff, I thought maybe I could bring some of that back here to Mayfield and help them out, because I had a great experience here, and I was hoping maybe I can give a little bit back what I received.
Well, I consider this a whole learning experience, so what I'm trying to help them to do is to play more confidently in themselves as a percussionist. There, as you can see, there's different instruments, snares, bass drums, and cymbals, and quads, and so forth and so forth. But learning an instrument like that, it relates to all the other percussion instruments. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to teach them how to play the instrument so they can relate that to all the other instruments.
Usually when we're marching, sometimes we can't see the whole picture, and they usually can. So they come and they tell us if we're a little bit too far to the right or to the left, or if our intervals are too big. They tell us if we need to play louder. They notice things a lot more than we do.
We can't have that big gap right there.
14, 15, 16, close. Stretch, center, stretch. Everything counts, guys. Everything counts.
We're in the kid business, and I want these kids to learn as much about music, band, and life as possible. The competitive aspect is good, but I don't delve too much on the competition. I just want them to be themselves. I want them to be the best that they can be, and that's just the most fearsome competition they'll have, and that's just from within, and that's where we have to work.
I'm talking about in the process of marching, the way we march, body posture, the correct way to march, not to miss attacks, to step off right when you're supposed to step off. All that makes a difference in a performance.
From my experience, most of the time, the students that are involved in band programs and music programs, whether that makes them be the better student or they're the better student to begin with, I'm not really sure. You know, I guess that's a thing that's out for debate. But those students that are involved in those programs tend to do better academically, and they do tend to, as a matter of fact, I don't know of but 1 or 2 cases about where a student has dropped out of school when he was involved with one of these programs.
Music has given me so much, enriched my life in many ways, and it's really wonderful to get a chance to be teaching and to give a part of that back, you know, to help another student, you know, be enriched by music in the same manner that I was.
My high school band students, when they leave, probably more than the musical things I teach them. Obviously, there's a lot of music education going on, but probably the things that they walk away most from with the program is a sense of self-discipline, self-motivation, time management, the ability to care about something and to sacrifice hard work to attain that goal, which is an important skill to carry over in college. And in both my my job since getting my master's degree, I've had a lot of students go to New Mexico State. Since I've moved to Las Cruces, I've had many students that go to New Mexico State who have been in my band, be in my staff, and I'm also having students that are student teaching with me from New Mexico State who are becoming teachers. And some of them are actually ex-students of mine, so we're starting to see a full circle from me being a student to being the supervising, cooperating teacher before my students go out and become teachers. So we're sort of going full circle with the New Mexico State experience.
The